Hello, and welcome to this episode of Covens and Dragons. My name is Colette, and I am your dungeon mistress for this session. We are a group of crafters who met on the internet and decided that we wanted to give playing D&D together a go. So that's where we are. We've been playing for a while, but only have a few episodes available up on YouTube for the viewing pleasure of others, which is fine. We are adults playing an adult game, and as such, this recording will come with warnings for, violence, sexual situations, drinking, drug use, language, definitely TVMA, or that's actually probably about right. Let's get started with character introductions. Jesse is going to be a little bit late today. Jesse plays Verna, who is our halfling bard, who gets us into a lot of silly situations. Thalia.
I'm Margaux. I play Thalia Silverthorn, a half-elf cleric who is pious to the point of being annoying.
Nano.
I'm Katie. I play Nano, an abnormally short forest gnome ranger who recently got a taste of motherhood and now wants to go down that journey.
Coral's here. Jillie.
Hi, I'm Coral. I play Jillie Faregrain. I am a Lightfoot halfling rogue. I am a baking apprentice that's been off dealing with her daddy that has issues.
Börghildr.
Hi, I'm Christine. I play Börghildr Vancehammer, an Outlander dwarf barbarian who is raised by wolves and enjoys hitting things with her emotional support hammer.
Atreya.
Hi, I'm Allison. I play Atreya Galanodel, a wood elf sorcerer who was abandoned in the woods as a small child because she started doing magic. She has many daddy issues.
Many daddies, ?
That too, apparently.
Aniira.
Hi, I'm Heather. I play Aniira Corvus, a Tiefling rogue assassin with many daddy issues as well, but I only have one daddy.
Well, technically two.
That you know of.
True, I guess he is my adoptive dad.
And that's character intros, and Christine is up for recaps this week. What shenanigans did we get into last session?
What shenanigans didn't we get into? So we started out in the caves, and Börghildr and Verna were trying desperately to separate Nano from the kobold eggs that we had found in our last session, reminding her that any baby that she tries to adopt will eat her the moment it hatches. But Nano ends up stealing 2 more eggs anyway, in addition to the one hidden in her bedroll. Aniira sneakily snags the bedroll egg, so that's at least taken care of. But Nano flees the scene as the rest of the group smash the remaining eggs and start to follow her out of the caves. Nano promptly falls into a trap and drops and breaks one of her eggs. She gives the last egg to Aniira for safekeeping, but Börghildr sneaks up behind her and boops it with her little hammer. It exploded and almost killed Thalia. Verna convinced Nano that she will explain how babies were made when we get out of the cave. Nano reluctantly and sadly agreed, so we headed deeper into the caves to explore the last tunnel, where we found a kobold nest of bedding, and Atreya set it on fire. There were no more eggs or kobolds, so we made our way out of the cave, following Thalia, who was mad at all of us for almost blowing her up. That was definitely Nano's fault for stealing the egg bomb and not Börghildr's fault for detonating it. When we left the cave, it was getting dark, and Thalia was furious, so she went to walk it off. Nano went home to cuddle Alivi and mourn her aborted kobold babies, at which time she crafted a pair of Blair Witch voodoo babies. No, I'm sorry. She crafted part of a Blair Witch voodoo baby made of sticks and rat bones. The rest of us went to the Quinn Inn to eat and eavesdrop, but we were exhausted, so we didn't really notice anything, although Aniira did notice someone we hadn't seen before who wasn't a townsperson. They looked elvish, but didn't seem very suspicious. Börghildr worked on her pocket hawk. We planned to head to the caves tomorrow to check in with the spiders and make sure everything was all gravy. We did a long rest, and Thalia had a sex dream about the bishop. When Atreya came out of her room in the morning, there was a note from the bishop saying he had a job for her, so she went to check in with him at the church. He wanted her to bury a body that the woodsman found because it was starting to smell. It was laid out in one of the rooms off the main part of the church, so she and Thalia went to go check it out. And the body looked an awful lot like Atreya's father, but we weren't sure, so they went back to the bishop for more info. And in the dead guy's personal effects, which he allowed Atreya to keep, there was a compass and a bundle of papers that had like pictures of different local flora on them, one of which was an oak leaf, but there was no snowflakes and no jewelry or anything else of note. So Thalia convinced the bishop to bury the body himself, since the dead guy was someone the normal gravedigger, Atreya, knew personally. And then they went back to the body to see if they can learn anything else. They performed a magical autopsy and found that this dead guy had multiple puncture wounds, like at least 8, from either daggers and or arrows. So he was definitely probably murdered. Thalia blessed the body and casted Detect Magic and found that there was an aura of conjuration about it. It was very mysterious. And by that time, the gals realized they're hungry and they decided to go have breakfast with the rest of the group to let them know we have a murder to solve. And as they enter the inn, Atreya notices a very much alive man sitting in the corner, and it's her father.
So proud of myself for that one. All right. So you guys have a couple of things that you had said you wanted to do before we jump right into it. Number one was you probably need to eventually wrap up the spider mission. Maybe. I mean, I guess technically you don't have to. And Nano had the discussion she wanted to have with Verna. And then also whatever is going on with Atreya's father/fathers/ question mark. So, I think at this point all of you were in the Quinn Inn. Let me drop you guys on the map of Tillendale. And let me know what you want to do.
I would like to take
Bang
out
the bishop.
what?
Bang the bishop? Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, but take out my dagger and just like stand in front of Atreya and be like, no.
Atreya, what are you doing?
Well, I was thinking about going over and saying hi, but Thalia would actually probably try to kick my ass for that, like in my sleep. And she does sleep next door to me.
The dagger isn't pointing at you, by the way.
Okay. So I think I go over and sit with our table of friends so that we can give them the lowdown on what's going on.
So you've seen your father sitting in the inn. The inn is not a very large space. How are you acting?
I think definitely at first very confused.
Okay, so you're not trying to hide it at all?
Like off-put by like seeing him again.
But you're not trying to hide it at all?
No.
Okay. Anyone else?
Nano, oblivious to everything, super focused on her creepy voodoo doll baby.
Verna is busy finishing up breakfast food, but you remember that she did promise to tell you where babies came from.
I will never forget. We will have that conversation when everyone's ready.
Anyone else?
Can I cast detect magic in a specific area? What's the range?
Let's see what it says about the range. It's 30 feet around you. So you are the specific area.
Because my parents are not magical. That's why they abandoned me in the woods, is what I'm thinking. So, the other dad had a magical aura, which he shouldn't have.
Okay.
So, does this guy. I don't want to get that close to him.
30 feet will cover about half of the Quinn Inn, so you could definitely get him in your
range just by standing in the aisle, kind
of. Because the way the inn's set up, you guys kind of take tables in the middle anyway, just because that's where they are.
Okay.
I will not be leaving Atreya's side.
I'm gonna make Thalia come stand in the aisle to talk to me, or quote unquote talk to me, so that I can cast detect magic with him in that 30-foot range.
Definitely magical. You get conjuration and a little touch of necromancy.
And remember, just because your parents didn't accept you for being a certain way doesn't mean they also might not be you can be homophobic and still be gay. So you can be magical and still hate magic. It does not rule anything out, which Nano might impart some of that wisdom, but she's busy with her doll. So
that's a fair point.
Necromancy is like dead people, right?
Yeah.
It's like raising the dead.
Yeah.
Borgie's just shoveling breakfast in.
I'm gonna sit down and eat breakfast so that it's not super weird for anybody watching.
Are you
do you
giving
think
off
I'm
any
not gonna be
signs of distress? How obviously are you distressed right now?
Well, I mean, I walked in thinking my dad was dead.
But are you would Nano notice that her friend is upset right now? 1 to 10, how not okay are you looking? 10 being real not okay.
Probably a solid 5 to 6.
All right, Nano's not noticing that at all.
If Nano wasn't making voodoo dolls, Nano would notice, but Nano's busy.
Yeah, the threshold is different right now.
Yeah.
As someone who just did a magical autopsy on someone and then went somewhere else and that person was alive, I'm I'm not
probably not okay.
Not turning my back to it and not acting normal.
Okay, so you are obviously okay. Let's check if he notices.
I mean, Thalia would probably never take out a weapon in the inn unless something bad was going on.
Okay, that's fine. Are you watching him? You're watching him. He seems to be eating breakfast pretty normally. Quinley goes over and chats with him a couple of times, just because Quinley goes over and chats with everybody when they're in the inn, because that's what he does.
Can I go ask Quinley, like, if this guy's been in here before?
Sure.
But I don't want to, like, I want to wait until Quinley has gone, like, back, like, not
Like,
around
into the kitchen.
Yeah, like, back near the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, you can pretty easily slide back there. Olma's back there making up the bread and pastries and whatever per usual. Verna's back there. Looks like she's almost wrapping up what the project that she was working on in the baking area. And you can ask Quinley, and he'll say that he doesn't think so.
Do you get weird vibes off of this guy? Like, you've talked to him a couple times. Does he seem kind of sketchy?
Interesting. How does Quinley think he is? Quinley's making an insight check. Nah, he's just a traveler. Did he do something to you?
No, but my friends are kind of, like, feeling weird about him.
Well, I mean, he did already pay for his breakfast, and he's not really doing anything that I can see, so... I mean, I can't really kick him out for sitting there eating his breakfast.
You don't have to kick him out. It's okay. I think we just want to know who he is and why he's here.
I mean, you can ask him, but I don't know that I want to get involved in whatever is going on that you won't tell me about.
Okay, we're pretty sure he's a dead guy, or he's impersonating a dead guy who is already dead. I don't know.
Well,
We don't know what he is or who he is, but we're very confused and my friends are very stressed.
well, that's not a crime. Algernon and I do that all the time.
Okay. So I go back to the table. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my friends and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, Quinley kind of shrugs and is like, well, I mean, if he does anything untoward, definitely grab Algernon and I and we'll help, but we get a lot of weird travelers,
now-
Jillie. You've seen the weirdos that come through here.
But we don't get dead weirdos, and this guy might be a dead person.
Maybe
but
he's
alive.
an alias for some reason. You can't judge without knowing.
I guess you're right. Dad has tried to be dead before. So that's not news to me, I guess.
Oh yes. Olma has had to deal with your father dying on multiple occasions.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you're right. Okay. Maybe I'll. So I go back to the table. Thanks, Uncle Quinley. I go back to the table and I propose this to my friends. Like, maybe this is just an alibi. Maybe, like, the secondary dead person is just a ruse. Maybe everything's fine. Maybe you should just go talk to him and, like, see why he's here.
Can I?
No.
So, yeah, no. So as we're sitting at the table, I am assuming that Atreya and Thalia are like sitting so they can both see him.
Not
Because
sitting.
we're both.
Being very
Thalia
weird.
is
about it.
standing, eating her breakfast, very robotically. Can I tell if on the front of his cloak is any kind of like insignia or crest, like where I'm sitting and the way he's sitting?
Make a perception check. He's probably about 20 feet away from you.
17.
17. You don't really see any insignias. You see that his traveling cloak is pinned together with a golden oak leaf. Um, that's a pretty common symbol to be used, but it may be significant.
So, I mean, I could go talk to him.
Yeah, Jillie can go talk to him.
I mean, he's already talked to my Uncle Quinley.
Jillie lives here. She can be like, "Oh, hey, you're new here. Like, what's your name? Where are you from? Where you coming? Where you going?"
And maybe I could get a vibe check because Quinley thinks he's fine, but like, if he may or may not be dead, sometimes Uncle Quinley doesn't exactly know what's going on. He's busy. He's got a lot happening. We all know how Uncle Quinley can be. So maybe I should go talk to him because I'm related to the people who own this place.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a good idea, but
I think it's the best idea we have.
Yes.
I mean, if things go sideways,
We're right there.
everybody's here. Uncle Quinley and Uncle Algie said they jump in and help. I have like daggers and such. Like, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Thalia, are you gonna let me go?
Yes. Just as soon as things get bad, get out of there.
I mean, we're all in the same building. There's not a whole lot of like out of there to go.
We're literally less than 30 feet away.
It's called melee range.
She's a rogue. She can always disengage and run.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk up to Atreya's maybe father.
Hi, I'm Jillie. My uncle's own the inn, and I just wanted to see like how you were doing today and if everything is kind of like, you know, up to snuff. I see you've had breakfast. How was it?
Absolutely delicious. Thank you for asking. The pastries in particular were very satisfactory.
Yeah, that's old Ma. She's great. She's been around forever, and we love her. And I mean, she's training me. It's been lovely. We're actually working on acorn bread. It's a new addition. It's very fun. Where are you coming from? Like, just curious. I like to get a gauge on like where everybody's traveling from.
Oh, well, I was sent on a mission and I was heading north. But I'd heard that there were some interesting things to check out in this town. So I thought I would make a little detour.
Oh, so you're also an adventurer. I'm a novice adventurer myself.
I suppose you could call it that.
I'm curious what fun things have people told you you can find in Dillondale. I feel like we live in like the quietest little town ever.
Well, you know, the mines are very well known, as are the spiders. And indeed, in Yaris, there's talk of Pog and Quinley. They're quite well in their own right. It was a pleasure to meet him this morning.
Yeah, Quinley gets that a lot. Pog gets that sometimes. How long do you think you're going to be staying for?
Oh, I suppose I'll head out probably by this afternoon if I finish my business in town here.
Oh, that's a quick trip in through Tillendale.
I'm simply passing through and wanted to. Well, I needed a place to stay the night anyway. My horse was getting tired.
Can I like I don't know, do some sort of like a perception check or something to see if I get like weird dead person vibes off of him?
Insight check.
Okay.
Roll for vibe check.
A vibe check. Okay. 17. 18.
You don't get like dead guy vibes, right? Like he doesn't smell. He, you know, you don't touch him, but like he doesn't like look like a corpse. That's for sure. Um, he's definitely being a little bit shifty though. He's not giving you full answers.
So I have this spell called Charm Person. Will that like get him to tell me real things?
Charm Person.
How does that spell work entirely?
Regards you as a friendly acquaintance. Potentially. I mean, you are literally a stranger who just came up to him and started asking him his business. So Charm Person could make him more favorable to your questioning.
Can we try that?
Yeah. It is a wisdom saving throw. What's the spell DC?
It is. Oh, why don't I remember what that is?
Should be 8 plus proficiency plus whatever your spell casting modifier is. I don't know what it is. Intelligence. So 8 plus proficiency plus your intelligence modifier.
12.
So I need a wisdom check of greater than 12. Your spell does not succeed.
Sad.
Do they know that you tried to charm them? Nope, because you failed.
Okay. So I think at this point I'm just gonna say, like talking to Atreya's dead, not dead dad. Well, I'm really grateful that you came into the inn, and I'm glad you had a nice stay here and that you enjoyed your breakfast and our baked goods. Is there anything else that I can get you from the kitchen?
Oh, no, I'm very, very happy with my breakfast. Thank you very much for checking in.
You are so welcome. And so then I scurry back off to the kitchen, but I feel like I signal to someone from the table to come talk to me in the kitchen because I don't want to go back to our table and like go spill the info. Oh, wait, is Verna still back there?
Yeah, Verna hasn't said she came out yet, so Verna's still finishing up her project in the kitchen. Objects are non-living things. There's when you read spells, there will be objects, humanoids, monsters, and creatures, which are also different things. So it is pretty specific. Sorry, just responding to something in the Zoom chat.
Okay. So I am gonna go back to the kitchen.
Do I know what's going on yet?
I don't think so. So I'm gonna come back there and I fill you in on what I understand of the dead dad, alive dad, maybe still dead dad situation that's happening. And I'm gonna let you know that I like talked to him and he's being shifty, but I don't know what the deal is, but I don't think he's dead based on the vibe check.
Okay, but is he hot?
I didn't check that when I checked the vibe check. I was worried about him being dead, Verna.
You can't use your eyes for that?
No, when you're concerned about death, you don't use your eyes to check for hotness. Those don't go in the same part of your brain. At least they shouldn't. So now that he knows, like, I'm related to Algernon and Quinley, I feel like I can't go back to our table right now because Atreya is over there. And it's like Atreya's dad. It's so I need you to go out there and relate to the group that
Okay.
he's not dead according to my feelings about him.
Okay. Can I maybe take out a basket of cinnamon rolls and offer him one and try to get my own vibe?
Yes.
And then I can circle to the table with the basket and fill them in.
Yes, do that. He said he was very impressed with the baked goods.
Okay.
So do that because he said he didn't like need anything else from the kitchen, but he did really like the baked goods. So I would still maybe go take him one Maybe compliment.
Okay, perfect.
He did say he had a really great breakfast and enjoyed staying at the end. So it might just be like a, yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
Compliments of the chef.
Yeah, totally. Heading to the table with my basket of cinnamon rolls, swaggering, swinging hips, trying to get a gauge on if he's good looking or not. And I'm going to offer him a complimentary cinnamon roll and try to get a vibe check.
Oh, thank you very much for this. I did enjoy these cinnamon rolls earlier.
Would you like an extra one for the road?
That's likely. Didn't you just hand him one?
Yeah, by offering him another.
The second one, he's like, oh.
Isn't that the way to every man's heart, is to, shovel baked goods in their direction?
I'm
The way to my
offering,
heart.
I won't object.
Certainly, you can have another one. Have you enjoyed your stay today?
Yes, it was most pleasant.
Is this your first time to our establishment? You look familiar.
No, I can't say I've traveled this way before.
What am I rolling for a vibe check? I forget.
An insight check.
Okay. Oh yeah, sure. He's clearly very good looking, and I'm just completely buffooned by anything but his
I'm trying to
looks.
figure out how to send.
Because
what
I rolled
think
a
he looks
3.
Like. Goodness, why is technology so hard?
I was going to ask, how much does Atreya look like her father?
What color are Atreya's eyes?
Oh fuck.
Green?
You have your mother's eyes, but facial structure is actually not too far off. If I copy, my goodness, how do I, here, I'll copy the image address. This is what I'm picturing. You good with this vibe, Atreya?
Yeah, I'm good with that
You
vibe.
good with that vibe?
Pointy cheese.
Verna's good with that vibe too. So I'm gonna just slide a chair out, plop the basket down on the table, and invite myself to sit down and start chatting with him.
We've got our canonical Atreya's father portrait right here for the recording, for anyone who has to watch this later. Yeah, he's another daddy. Y'all just, I don't know, something about those elves, I guess. Okay.
And the scowl on his face and everything. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nano noticed that Verna came in.
With cinnamon rolls.
Nano noticed that Verna is making a new friend. And Nano has just now remembered Verna promised her the talk. So Nano is going to run over to that table and grab one of those cinnamon rolls and say, Verna, is it time for the talk now? Hi, are you Hi, new friend. I'm going to learn where babies come from. Do you have it?
You just asked him if he had babies.
Sure am.
All right, he says, no. I'm afraid that would be frowned upon where I come from.
Where do you come from that doesn't like babies?
The group that I live with is in the south, and we have some very selective rules about how we live our lives.
But how?
I'm
So
gonna
what
go
happens
try to
if
get
you-
Nano.
What happens if you live outside of those rules and end up having a kid? What would happen to that kid? I mean, mistakes happen, right? Like a night of fun. Suddenly there's a baby.
Well, it would be most disgraceful, and one would likely be removed from the order.
Would your friend hit it with a hammer like my friends did?
Would we hit our friend with a hammer?
They're babies.
I can't say that that's what we would do, no.
See, they wouldn't kill their friends' babies.
Eggs are not
Glaring
babies,
at
Nano.
Verna.
Eggs are not always babies. Sometimes they're bombs.
I'm gonna go try to get Nano out of there. Maybe Verna too, but
No, I'm fascinated by this conversation. Good luck with that. So let's just say that maybe your order didn't find out about your night of fun.
Like, what kind of place doesn't like babies? Where are you from, sir? That sounds awful.
Well, this is starting to get very personal for so early in the morning, and for people who I do not know very well.
Oh, my apologies. We don't get a lot of visitors from out of town, and so it's just very fascinating. I haven't decided myself yet if I want kids, but so I'm curious as to what rules would prevent you from having kids in this group, and if that would be something that I would be interested in or not my cup of tea,
Well, unfortunately, you would not be welcome in the group regardless of what your feelings of our
Do you not like
Scriptures
bards? Too?
Oh, being a bard isn't the problem here. It has to do.
Is it because she's a woman?
Well, that among other things.
Is it a racist thing?
Yeah. I'm still practicing my manners. I'm sorry. I just want to be friends and I like learning. And why don't you like Verna? I think she likes you.
I did not say that I did not like her. I said that she would not be welcome in our order.
But why?
Because the rules would not allow it.
You have some poopy rules. Do you like your rules?
I do indeed.
Are you poopy too, sir?
I do not believe so.
But if you have poopy rules and you like them, that sounds like you're poopy too.
That is a very interesting observation from one such as yourself.
What? Such as what?
Such as yourself.
Such as what? What?
Such as yourself.
What about myself?
You are, and he kind of like gestures down and then kind of like just kind of like waves his hands and is like, I'm trying to be polite.
I try to give him a high five to make it look like that's not at all what he's doing.
You're gonna have to roll on that, because if he's really doing this and Nano really realizes he's doing this, this is about to get real quick.
We're gonna end up rolling initiative and killing Atreya's dad for real dead.
Because he insulted Nano. What do I have to roll to see if I can convince Nano that this was a arm wrestling or a high five
Let's
attempt?
do a performance check. That seems fitting.
Perfect. That's literally
Yeah.
perfect.
Verna somehow takes his like lower hand gesture and turns it into like a low five, super complicated like handshake.
Secret
And
handshake.
He looks very confused the whole time, but kind of goes along with it, I guess.
Secret handshakes. I love those, and thank God I'm super distracted by this. I want to do one too.
I'll teach you a new one later, Nano, okay?
Yay! And Nano's gonna eat another cinnamon roll.
Okay, so that is both of the cinnamon rolls that Verna brought, and he's just kind of looking at Nano like, are you fucking kidding?
I brought a whole basket, so he can have more.
Okay.
Yeah.
hey, Nano. I need some help outside.
I like helping friends.
Do you help me find some bones? I think there's a fox that got killed outside.
Oh yeah, I love bones.
Let's go.
A really nice lady gave me some bones once, and they're so cool. Okay, I'm coming. Nano goes with Thalia.
I have not broken eye contact with staring at Daddy yet, so didn't even pay attention.
While Verna is holding his eye contact, Atreya goes over and sits directly across from him.
At the same table?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And she says to him, like, because obviously, like, you can hear pretty much everything in this room. So how long have you?
Would we have made it out of the inn by the time that Atreya does this?
No, probably not.
Okay, turn it around, Nana. We're going back.
Okay, well, do you think the fox will still be there later, though? Because I have.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you go sit down with Börghildr and Jillie, or Aniira?
I don't want to sit.
Well, and by now I've probably like come out of the kitchen, so I'm probably like at our table because he's not paying any attention to me.
Börghildr killed my baby.
Once, yeah.
Börghildr killed your mom.
Why don't you go talk to Jillie?
Okay, she wasn't there for that, so I'm not quite so angry with her. Hi, Jillie.
Hi, Nano. How about you tell me about this baby situation while they deal with this daddy issue? And so me and Nano just sit and talk about the babies.
Okay. And how are we dealing with the daddy issue in the meantime?
I'm gonna go stand behind Atreya and try to look intimidating.
The opposite of a wingman?
This is your strange father. This is wingmanning.
Give me an intimidation check, Thalia.
Has he given us any indication that we need to be afraid of him?
No.
He was
there's another
murdered
dead
in the
of one of
woods,
him.
or a body double was.
And he has sketchy vibes.
I didn't get no sketchy vibes from him.
Can we ask Quinley or Algernon
11.
what would cause somebody to have, like, have that odor of necromancy or aura of necromancy, not aura?
I mean, odor kind of works too.
Probably.
11 for your intimidation check is not going to do a whole lot. Talia's kind of standing there with her hands on her hips, like giving some serious mom face. And he's like an old white guy, for lack of a better description. He's just like not phased at all.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm like staying. I have to stay with my my church pal for life.
So when I sit down, I say to him, "So how long have you been in this order?"
My entire life.
Is the rule that you have to stay abstinent, or is the rule that you can't have kids?
That is an extremely personal question.
Well, I figured we're sharing a cinnamon roll. We're friends now.
Fornication is not strictly prohibited. It's being sloppy that is discouraged. Atreya, make a perception check.
$14.
When he said sloppy, he definitely shifted his gaze to you.
I'm staring. I'm like trying to stare him down. What I've
Make a
noticed.
perception check.
I was just gonna ask the same thing.
Perception checks all around.
Oh boy, now I'm
Verna has
mad.
been staring into his beautiful baby blues. Börghildr, you're not at the table. How are you seeing what his eyes are doing?
I'm mad enough that I finished my sausage and there's nothing left to eat, so now I'm paying attention.
Okay, you're still across the room though, so you don't notice this.
But I'm still across the room.
10.
My ears are perked.
Thalia, you don't notice. You're too busy trying to be intimidating. But Verna's been staring into those baby blues and definitely notices.
Sloppy, huh? What exactly is that supposed to mean? I get the feeling that maybe you're not really a great person.
Maybe there's a history of some sloppiness.
Can you define sloppy?
Well, I have already told you that children are expressly forbidden in our order.
But you've been real sketchy about why. And making some real rude comments to my friend here.
I have not
Don't think
spoken
I
to your
missed that,
friend in
Blair.
any rude manner.
Disagree.
I mean, there are...
Disrespectfully disagree.
What happens when sloppy happens?
Other than supposedly being removed from the order, right? But you still haven't answered my question about what if they don't find out? How would you cover up sloppiness?
I mean, I have never, so I cannot answer that question.
You sure about that?
I am very sure.
Can I tell if he's
Make
lying?
an insight check.
I feel like Verna gets advantage because she would totally be able to tell if someone was a virgin or not.
He's definitely saying it with a lot of conviction.
I just can't get over how familiar you look. Do you have a brother?
I have many brothers.
Any twin brothers?
No, no twins.
Are all of your brothers in the order?
They are indeed.
Are any of them sloppy or willing to get sloppy?
Some may have. I can only speak for my actions, and while the order does eventually find mistakes, I cannot say that I can speak to what all of my brothers do in their free time.
What does the order do with these mistakes that they find? Like, for instance, let's say your brother got sloppy. Would your brother end up dead?
Or leaving your fucking kid in the woods.
Shh, we're not there yet.
No, I'm not. I'm done with this game.
Leaving a child in the woods would be an unusual decision. That is not something that our order would normally do.
No, it's not something you would normally do.
But would the order kill somebody for getting
Would
sloppy?
we kill somebody? That is... Well, I wouldn't say that, no.
Would they kill the kid?
This is getting a little bit too familiar for my liking.
Yeah, don't care. Answer my question.
We're real bad about baby killers. Not a fan of them, are we, Thalia? Good gracious.
Now that you guys literally...
How do you say baby killers? Nana runs back.
And I'm just like chasing after her because I was trying to keep her out of it. So now we're like all at the table.
Oh dear. Oh dear. You guys.
And while we're on the subject of leaving stuff in the woods, why was a body double found murdered of you?
A body double.
Yes, did I stutter?
I'm surprised.
Oh, you don't seem so surprised.
Well, I can't say that I like how this conversation is going, so...
Listen, I don't care. I really don't care.
Atreya reaches up, puts her hand over Talia's mouth.
Do you think that's going to stop me?
And at the same time, with her other hand, takes a necklace off from under her shirt that has a oak leaf that is an exact match to his brooch. And she puts it on the table. And she says, "What happens to those mistakes?"
Others are sent to deal with them.
Nano is verklempt. Deal with them how?
He looks you in the eyes and he says, "You know what I'm alluding to."
You leave small children in the woods to die so that you don't have to directly kill them.
I think that might be the coward's way out.
Too bad whoever got to the body double got to the double first. Seems like they were doing cleaning up of, taking out the trash.
Yeah. We could take out some more trash.
Interesting perspective.
Only the fancy perspective.
Well, this conversation has not been the most enjoyable I've had this morning, and with this, I will bid you farewell. And he stands up to head out to the stables, presumably.
Atreya reaches out to shake his hand. She is directly across from him after all. And also cast Shocking Grasp as he takes her hand.
Okie dokie. Is that an attack roll?
It is. It doesn't do a whole hell of a lot.
An 8 to hit.
I only rolled an 8.
That's not how these work. I think that's an 8 to hit, right?
Yeah.
That will miss. It's you do the equivalent of one of those like annoying gag gifs, and like a little bit of static catches him, and he like flinches back from you, but doesn't seem to be very affected.
I can use Tides of Chaos to manipulate the forces of chance and chaos to gain advantage on an attack roll.
Ooh.
And I would like to do so.
Roll on your wild magic table then, please. Since you're using one of your
This went so well last time.
It did. What is it? R/R?
/R D100, right?
God help us. 17.
17 on the table. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
You grow a long beard made of feathers that remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out from your face. But you can roll your attack again.
You know what? If it lets me re-roll my attack, I'm in.
Yeah, I'll say that doesn't fail, because it doesn't specifically say that you were casting a different spell.
Importantly, do the feathers come off of her face whenever she sneezes and it's gone, or do they like disappear?
It says they explode out from your face, which I'm going to rule means that she'll be left with a cloud of feathers around her.
Börghildr is definitely paying attention now.
All right, re-roll your attack, Allison. A 16.
16.
That'll actually do something. That time you feel your spell, and he does take those 2 points of damage. Well, then he kind of shakes his hand.
The feathers were worth
An
it.
unpleasant ending to an unpleasant encounter. I really will be leaving now.
I think...
I mean, that's not surprising. That's kind of what you do, Dad.
I think we should continue this conversation, and
Hold on. We gotta let him react to this dad comment before we do anything else.
He doesn't react.
At all.
He raises an eyebrow. That's about all you get.
Okay, Thalia. You were saying.
I think this might be a conversation we should continue in a place of worship. The gods do not look favorably upon those.
You want to fight him in the
Who-
church? What are you trying to do?
Get him
Throw
out
him
of
a dead
the
body.
inn.
Oh no, he's already leaving
But a
the
week
inn.
before.
He's like up and walking and heading towards the stables, like he's gonna leave you guys.
Borgie, block the door.
But Holly, okay. Excuse me.
No.
So convincing.
Make a intimidation check, Börghildr. You can just an intimidation check. This is kind of stupid.
16.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, "Please, I'm trying to leave."
He's like way taller than me too,
he's
right?
like-
So I'm like, no.
But scrawny.
Yeah. I look to Atreya for
Nano
direction.
wants to scream, "Sir, are you trying to leave your baby?"
Oh my god, do it.
That's what I'm doing. That's what Nano's doing. Not let her fall backwards.
All right. He kind of looks around and he's like, "I really, really didn't want to do this here. Really, I tried to leave." And let's see.
You said you were poopy, and this is a poopy thing to do. You tried to leave your baby again? We don't leave babies here, sir. We just murder them.
We also need more information about the mistake you left in the woods. That looks an awful lot like you.
Oh God, what do I do? You guys.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how I got so into this role, but I'm here and I can't stop.
He's literally trying to leave so you guys don't fight in the fucking inn and you're just like stopping him.
I can't. I'm trying. You guys didn't leash me. I told you. Put me on a leash. I can't.
Nano needs a
When have
leash
we
and a
ever
muzzle.
been
Okay.
cohesive about anything?
Oh goodness. What does he want to do? Give me a second to think about this, because
You just collect yourself and be glad that I didn't already stab him when he called me short.
Uh-huh.
okie dokie. I'm just looking up something quick.
If we're burning the inn down today or not, is that what we're looking at?
I mean, I would think that at some point in the time that Atreya has been in town, like, she has told Quinley and Algernon, like, her story, because, like, at some point, like, some elf was going to be like, this child living at the church needs some elven guidance, and that it would make sense for it to be them, considering they had young Jillie in their care. So, like, I think in this case, they would be like, yeah, I mean, let's burn it down, you know? They would be understanding.
Not literally burn it down. Like,
Yeah,
let's
no,
go
not
outside.
literally, but like
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think they're gonna want to burn down their entire
no,
livelihood.
not
They worked
literally
really
burn
hard
it
to
down,
build
but
this.
like figuratively. Like,
Börghildr, do you have more than 32 hit points?
oh god.
Dear God.
Yes,
You
I
have
do.
more than 32 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Nothing happens.
It's better than the alternative.
He looks at you and again says, "Please allow me to leave the premises."
I am yelling after him. We just want a few more answers before you go. Calm down.
It is my prerogative to leave a conversation.
What do you mean, voice of reason?
Quinley, could you please get your employees to allow me to leave the premises? And Quinley does.
There's a real pregnant pause right there.
Quinley does call out from the back, like, "What are you guys doing? Just let him go."
We just want to talk to him.
Talk to him outside, then.
I'd say outside might be good.
Yeah, let's go
Promise
outside.
not to run if we go outside.
Börghildr grabs him by the small of the back and shoves him
Scruff of the
outside.
neck.
How tall are you, Börghildr?
I'm 4'6".
Okay. You can
Going
shove him
outside.
and
I'm
he-
5'6", so I assume he's taller than me.
Sorry, what?
I said I'm 5'6", and I'm assuming
Oh,
he's
yeah,
taller
he's
than
gonna
me.
be like over 6 feet tall.
So it is literally like grabbing him by like the small
Yeah.
of the back.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you, finally. And he walks out of the inn. What are you guys doing as he's walking out?
Following
Okay.
him.
I grab my necklace off the table and
Yeah.
follow him.
So,
I'm yelling sorry to Uncle Quinley and also following outside, but apologizing profusely.
Can I shove him to the ground?
Physics is
Right.
not
what
on
is
your
his
side.
speed?
No, probably not.
25 speed.
Yeah, he's walking faster than you. So, like, you kind of shove him out the door, and he kind of just takes off at like a brisk walk, and he kind of starts looping around the inn.
I should probably know this, but how good of hearing do owls have? Pretty good, right?
Um,
I'm Googling.
do they?
I would think so.
They don't know. Bats do echolocation. Do owls do echolocation too? Keen hearing and sight is what the manual says. So I'll say she's got pretty good hearing.
Owlie has picked up on Nano's aggressive yells towards this
Fair.
new guy. Owlie is going to do a quick swoop overhead because I had her stationed at like the trees right outside the inn, and she's gonna shoot outside.
According to the worldwide spiderwebs, owls have the best hearing of any animal that has ever been tested.
How would
She's gonna shoot.
How would Owlie know that it's him that you're mad at, and you're not just getting excited and yelling at everyone?
I think because he's the only stranger, and she's usually better with faces than Nano. So she would see that like Börghild's pushing this guy out, and that Nano is yelling.
Is she
Angrily.
that smart? Can you make a owl intelligence check?
I sure can. Let me see. I wrote down all of Owlie's
I'm
stats.
just looking at the owl stat in the handbook, but I think we picked something else, didn't we? It should be pretty similar, though.
Should be pretty similar, yeah. So her wisdom and perception is high. Her intelligence is not great. I rolled an 18. And if her intelligence is an 8, is that a -1? So 17?
Yep. Okay, sure. We'll say Owlie could logic it out and make an attack roll to hit.
Attack, dexterity. I don't know what you want pooping
let's
to
just do
be.
dex, because then she wouldn't have proficiency at this.
Light of poop.
And only
That will not
7.
hit.
Did she poop and it just missed him, or could she just not get the poop out? Like, is she still locked and loaded where she could make another try?
I'm gonna say that
That's
she
why I'm
missed him. It
asking.
probably landed a couple feet behind him.
Okay, that's fair. Just had to make sure.
Wait, Börghildr is a couple feet behind
Don't
him.
worry, it doesn't hit you either. Alvish misjudges the wind, and it just wasn't a very good. It wasn't bad enough for it to land on you, though.
Okay.
These are questions I never thought I'd have to answer. Dear God.
You're so welcome.
So he turns around, and you guys are all kind of congregating, because you're all exiting the building still. And I need you all to make dex saves. Okie dokie.
Great.
Real bad.
Real bad.
1, 2, 3, 4. 13. Can you put it in
13.
the chat so I can see them all?
Oh,
No worries.
yeah, sorry.
Okie dokie. Dex saving throw.
I'd like to say that this is like the world's easiest sock pattern, and yet I've messed up while playing. So, lot going on.
Garter a stocking net only for D&D.
All right. And he casts Fireball, and y'all are engulfed in flames. And thank God I have a calculator. Oops. That. What's that? Okay, and what did I say my save was? That. Okay, so Verna, Atreya, Thalia, you all take 26 points of fire damage. The rest of you, so Börghildr, Aniira, Jillie, Nano, you take 13 points of fire damage.
I have hellish resistance or fire resistance from my nature, but can I also cast hellish rebuke? It's a reaction to being attacked.
Yeah, so your resistance will halve the damage again, so 26 to 13. Half will be 6 points of fire damage for you. Let me check on what does Hellish Rebuke do?
It says you point your finger and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
You can do, so it's an attack for attack. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing anything else. Let me make a dex saving throw. That is a 19.
Oh, sorry.
So I think I'll still take half damage, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, is it not rolling for you? No, bummer. Do you want to let someone else roll for you quick? There we go. 11, and I had the save, so that'll be 5. Okie doke.
another pop-up came up. So if you have something like that, sometimes there's another pop-up from Roll20 that asks you what level you're rolling it at.
No worries. Alrighty. Assuming you guys all want to roll initiative.
Yeah.
I mean, do we have the option to run
You
away?
certainly could run away. Or try, at least.
Atreya, is like, guys, this is not the fight we want to fight today. Let him
I'm
go.
looking at Atreya. Is this loser worth it? Like, fuck him.
He is not worth it. We're gonna let him go. We're gonna let Karma take care of him.
Börghildr has 30 hit points, and she is ready to go.
I only
The
have 10 left.
gods will take care of him, so that we do not have to.
If you have 30, that means you only have 4 left.
I only have 4
No,
hit points left.
I started with 43.
Oh,
I have 30 left.
Atreya will
Not
die if
everybody
she
does.
takes another hit. Atreya is saying, this fight is not worth it. He is not worth it. The gods are on our side. They will take
Börghildr,
care
you
of
gotta
him.
let it go or we're all gonna die.
All right.
You'll be all by yourself.
And if the gods don't take care of it, the squirrels will.
Or worse, it'll just be you and you have to take care of Nano.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, what do you guys...
Wait,
You don't
I
want
ripped
to
my
have-
hammer out, so I gotta hit something now. What can I hit?
You do not want to have the talk with Nano. But if Verna is dead, you will be having the talk with Nano.
I don't want to. We got a rock. Give me a rock. Somebody toss a rock at me.
Is there a rock around?
Owl flies over you and drops a rock.
Allie drops you a rock to smash.
Okay. Thank you. We're good. All right.
So, you guys are just standing there talking, or are you going back in the inn, or what do you... Describe to me what's happening as you have this discussion.
It was
Let's
just like
get the fuck out of Dodge and go to the church. And that coming out of Verna's mouth, I mean, Verna is really like, fuck this shit, because I'm willing to be lit on fire at the church by being smoten down by God than versus this guy.
Nano's gonna take that super seriously and also say smite, smite, smite under her breath a little bit as she runs along after Verna.
Yeah, you guys are gonna need to like bring Thalia with you.
Atreya is like dragging Thalia behind her.
No.
down the
I
road.
mean like I'm unconscious again.
Oh my god!
Okay. So,
Atreya is literally dragging Thalia down the road.
you guys are
Pick up her
you're
feet.
just turning your backs on him and walking down the road?
You're
After
not
a
walking.
scathing utterance of disgust and many, like...
Well, he had to have heard us say that he's just not
Okay.
worth it, right?
Atreya does a... Math is hard. 13 hit you.
Yes.
Alrighty, you take another...
Atreya's dead by her own dad. I can't handle this.
That's 10 points of force damage. Okay.
Down.
Oh god, she was dragging Thalia, who's also down now. So they're just...
Can I run inside and get Uncle Quinley and Uncle Algie and see if they'll help us somehow, even if it's just to get Thalia and Atreya inside and to like help disengage the situation?
Is anyone doing anything as he takes another shot at you guys?
Yeah, Börghildr is dropping at Thalia's feet and turning around with her hammer, and she's gonna take a running at him.
Did you engage rage or whatever the fuck that is?
Yeah.
25, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
at this
so?
point, he's pretty far away from you guys. Like, he started walking backwards when he cast Fireball, so he's probably about 60 feet away from you at this point.
Wait a minute.
Is he moving away from us?
He's moving away from you guys.
No, Atreya...
Can I run over and try to cast Cure Wounds on How do I pick?
Atreya. Give Atreya the points.
Okay.
Atreya told us to let him go.
Actually, I don't know that I want to pick Atreya because he specifically singled Atreya out just now. He's trying to kill his mistake, and I don't want to bring his mistake back
Doesn't
quite
Thalia
yet.
have healing powers?
So if I bring Thalia back, then Thalia can bring Atreya back.
So he's still, as you're debating this, he's still making his way around, and he's pretty close to dipping around the side of the inn to the stables. Pretty soon.
Börghildr realizes she'll never reach him in time, so she whips out her javelin and hurls it at him.
If you put us into initiative, I swear to God.
That does not hit.
Whizzes past, like the opposite direction.
But he feels my wrath.
I'm curing wounds on Thalia.
He
Should I do
is
that?
out of viewpoint at this point. So, sure, you can cure wounds on Thalia. And Jillie ran in to get Quinley. Quinley and Algernon will come out, and they also have some healing spells that they can use.
I am
Apparently.
having like an anxiety attack right now. Like I'm like visibly worked up, or like my hands are shaking. This game is fun.
And we're really good at
back
it.
up with 3 hit points. Algernon comes out and what is he going to use on you? Algernon knows a couple of heal spells.
That 3 is not including my ability modifier, which I don't know what that is.
It's whatever your spell casts. It's charisma because you're a bard.
So add
You
4
get
to that.
7 points, Thalia. Algernon sees that Thalia is already up, and he goes over to Atreya and also casts Cure Wounds. And Atreya, you get 11 points back.
I'd say, okay, now we can go after him, but that would probably put us right back in the same position. So
Yeah, not worth it.
not worth it. He is not worth it. The gods will smite him for us.
They will, and he's a piece of shit. And maybe we could go talk to Aniira's daddy about him. Aniira's daddy was way more fun.
Okay.
Did Thalia and Atreya tell us all about the other body? Are we up to speed? I can't remember how much they told us.
Had too much time. Actually, I don't really think you had any time to talk about it because you came in and saw other daddy, and that started right away. So no, you are not up to speed.
Jillie is, and I am, and Jillie told me, right?
I don't think about. Oh yeah.
I thought we were up to speed.
You are, but Nano was making voodoo
Nano.
dolls.
But didn't Atreya go to the inn before Thalia? Because I was like, oh shit, I have cast check for magic or whatever it's called.
I thought you guys, she kind of waited for you at the church and you went together.
I think
you walked in at the same time.
That's
and
how I interpreted it.
Immediately pulled your dagger. Remember?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how I interpreted it too. Like I waited for you.
Because that's kind of like what you would do in that situation. You really let her just walk off on her own to walk that long.
Yeah.
It's probably like a 15-20 minute walk. You wouldn't leave your friend,
Good point.
So no, you guys aren't caught up on the autopsy deal, because I don't think that Jillie even knew about that. Jillie caught Verna up on the weird, like, maybe it's Atreya's dad, question mark, business.
Maybe he's dead.
Maybe he's dad.
One
That should be
letter
the title
apart.
of this episode.
That's the title of this episode.
That is a good liner. I'm going
Is
to
he
add
dead
that
or
to
is he
the
dad?
caption for sure.
Oh, I just thought of something because I'm an idiot. I'm like, can I like try to go back to the church where the dead body is as quickly as possible?
Are you all following?
I think that's where we're all heading. Yeah,
Yeah, that's where
because
we're
we
going.
don't know what he was
But,
leaving,
like-
but we don't know what else. So we're going to the church.
Panic run.
What if he
Go
steals
for
the
it.
body?
What if it's gone?
That's what
Yeah.
Nano's been curious about if Nano
Who's
knew.
our fastest fasty guy? Allie?
Nano is if she uses her spell.
Not
We
working.
can't send.
Does Nano know what area of the church the dead body waiting for burial would be in?
I feel like with Nano's interest in bones, at some point she would have had y'all show her the autopsy area.
Fair assumption.
We can't send Nano by herself though, even if she's the fastest, in case he's headed that direction.
I mean, it's not like really initiative, right? So it just takes
Yeah.
as long as it takes.
Yeah, we can run up as a group.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys run to the church. Thalia, make a perception check.
Is the bishop in on it?
20. 20, not
The bishop
natural, but
is out in
close enough.
the yard with the shovel. The bishop is not wearing a shirt. Ooh.
Ooh, and I bet he's all sweaty because it's out and he's
sun's
working
come out,
hard.
so it's
He's doing more physical activity than normal because he doesn't usually bury the bodies.
And luckily, Verna does not fuck with the church, so has no interest in this one, Talia. Sorry.
I would assume Atreya would have gotten what my meaning was. Being like, oh shit. The body.
Yeah.
Do you have
is
fun
it
with
still
me?
there? Yeah.
I think we all ran, right?
Yeah.
You guys are all at the church now. And Bishop Maxwell is digging a hole. You rolled well enough. You don't see the body out there yet. But that would be kind of normal. They normally dig the holes and then bring the bodies out there. It's not really cool to just leave a body laying out in the sun for multiple hours. And
You've hung out with Atreya while she's
yeah,
dug
he's
holes
pretty
before.
respectful
Okay,
about
yeah.
bodies, all in all.
I guess
Alive and dead bodies?
I mean,
what?
as far as you guys are aware.
We need to get back to the room. Come on, Atreya.
No problem. You guys can head back there. The bishop kind of waves at you guys as you pass and is like, "What's going on, guys?" But he doesn't stop you in any way. He's just kind of checking in.
Is there anything in the
Oh,
the
yeah,
corpse
body is still
room?
there exactly as you left it.
Does it still look like Dad?
Verna, make a perception check with advantage. Because you were staring at his face for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And remember, I don't know that this was supposed to look alike. So this would be my first time also. Perception, you said, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
19.
So, you distinctly remember staring at Daddy, maybe dead, And he had a very distinctive scar on his face. This person looks like... I need to come up with a better nickname for him. Maybe Daddy. Daddy 2. Exactly.
Daddy
like
2.
Him,
Daddy.
but
Electric
no
Boogaloo?
Scar.
No scar. Okay. Well, I'm gonna what the fuck, you guys? Why does this look like this could be the twin brother of the dude that just tried to kill us?
Could they be clones?
This is like Oakville from the Daddies. From Dungeons and Daddies, where everybody looks alike. Even though this is a universe, but that's what it is. They're all the same.
I did not get to that episode, so I have no idea what's happening
Yeah,
here. But
I'm not that far either.
in any case, since I didn't know that y'all knew this, that's what I'm asking you. Why does this look like dead daddy or evil daddy? Bad daddy's twin brother.
Well, he said something about the wherever he's from, his clan or whatever. They all look like they're all his brothers. Maybe literally. Maybe we're. Is it an incest thing?
God, I hope not.
I mean, that would make procreation pretty taboo if they're all related to each other.
And he did say he didn't have a twin, but that doesn't mean that everybody doesn't look alike because they all have the same genes.
So you're going for Atreya is hella inbred. That's the angle we're taking on this one.
We're just spitballing at this point. We don't know.
Hard not to go there with the information we have. Nano doesn't know what.
Okay, but they both had auras of conjuration magic, so maybe they have been both have had their features changed to look like someone else magically. We are dealing with purebred elves.
They all have the same plastic surgeon?
I mean,
is a dead body an object?
Yeah, who has what a spell that can
Well, I've got identify, but it specifies I have to touch an object to tell me if it's got magic or not. It's not alive.
A dead body is just a body.
Let me think.
It's a not living thing.
Reading something about this.
It's no longer
There's an
living.
argument about this because you can technically revive bodies, but it does specify that after they've been revived once, they're an object and they can't be revived again. It's a necromancy loophole that someone was trying to exploit that I was reading about on Reddit.
Well, and none of us have the ability to bring this back to life.
Dead
So
for a while, but you can revive really dead things and make zombies. What are you trying to do with this? I'll rule it based on that.
So this allows me to determine if it is magic or has magic imbued properties. And it would tell me what its properties are and how to use them. If it was created by a spell, I learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. I didn't catch that line before.
Okie dokie. I will allow it for that creature line. What spells are currently affecting it? Does it specify a level that you can see? Is it limited by the level that you cast the spell, It
doesn't say. It's a first level. It doesn't say. It's a first level divination ritual, but it doesn't say anything past that. If throughout the body of the information, it doesn't say.
Let's see. Spells that are currently affecting it. You guys are asking really hard questions.
We're being extra kittenish tonight.
Yeah, I mean, off the rails for sure.
When
status
have we ever
quo.
been on the rails? This is just like more like that Ohio thing.
Yeah.
We're like trains run by Norfolk
Goodness,
Southern.
you guys. I
Oh,
don't know
God.
what to give you. Okay, you can identify, and you can see that this creature is... Oh, actually, no. It wouldn't be anymore. That's why I ruled that last time. Oh my goodness.
We're sorry, please don't kill us all.
I'm glad I remembered. Okay. It is a body. It has some... I don't even know what to give you guys. You're not really getting any magical vibes off of it anymore.
Anymore.
Thalia said that she did when she did her autopsy.
Yeah, it had the conjuration cast. That's what it was like. The detect magic was giving me.
Okay, but if that's gone, I'm just spitballing here. This isn't a question yet. If someone had made this person look like someone else to fake a murder, and the spell were off, wouldn't their looks change back, even if they were dead?
Would I have noticed that there was a scar on this body first time around? Magic autopsy. The one on his face. The one on his face.
The one that I noticed is not on this man, but was on Bad Daddy.
Check. Make a... Oh god, why isn't memory a skill?
History, maybe?
History has more to do with... Yeah, sure, I'll give you a history. Usually history is more for like knowing a location or a thing, but let's try that.
Okay, I don't want to take away that giving. But I do have perception, so that would be +2 plus the modifier, right?
You have proficiency, so it's +2 plus the modifier, yeah?
Yeah. Ten.
You thought you did a pretty good job the first time around noting down like interesting marks, but you weren't really paying that close attention to like identifying marks. You were paying more attention to like what maybe killed him. Like at that point you thought you had an ID and you didn't have any reason to look beyond that.
Sloppy work.
Standard cop procedural. It's what gets it thrown out in court.
Okay. So you're all standing in the...
But also, I'd like to see how y'all tried magical autopsy.
Am I allowed? I can try? Yeah, you guys never let me try the autopsies.
Yeah, let Börghildr and Nano do an actual autopsy.
Can I keep the bones?
No. I've already blessed this body, so we're not messing with it any further.
But then I could craft with blessed bones.
Not how it
We're
works.
trying to let this person, whoever they may be, have a respectful burial and rest of their days on this mortal soil.
And what if they are as poopy as Bad Daddy?
And hopefully it's a better rest of their days in this mortal soil than it was on this mortal soil.
Guys, I don't feel so good from earlier, and I'm all tuckered out. And you never let me have any of the things that I want to have. I can't have phones. I can't have babies. I can't have all the friends. I feel really stifled here, and I'm upset, and I'm gonna sit down.
Nano, did you know I have a tail? Do you want to play with it?
Oh my god. Are you gonna
Like attached to you?
Are you gonna like waggle it in front of Nano where she's sitting?
Yeah.
And I'm just, oh, pretty. And I'm petting your tail until you take it away from me.
That was brilliant, Aniira. Good work. That was brilliant, Aniira. Good work.
Probably the best move of the night, honestly.
So maybe if this dead guy can't, there's no, oh, hey, hello. Maybe if there's, if the dead guy, there's no more information we can get from him, maybe we should go check in with the spiders.
Well, Atreya,
No?
we're kind of done dealing with your dead dad. I think this is a you problem. Let's go check in on the fucking spiders.
I'm just
very natural segue. Yes, very good.
You don't want to
Okay,
leave
sure. However, didn't he say that he was here to like tourist visit the caves? Therefore, should we go see the spiders right now?
Also, maybe
we might run into him
we should
again.
figure out where the woodsman found the body.
Yeah. Can we see the
Running into
crime
him
scene?
in a cave might be a bad idea because some of us will not survive another fireball type situation.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to a crime scene. Still petting the tail.
Wait, you do or don't, Nano?
I do. That sounds like fun.
Nano would love that.
all right, Thalia, ask the sweaty bishop where the body was found.
To ask which woodman it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we walk away from this body, is there anybody have anything that we can do to protect it from him coming back this way and messing with it or taking it?
It is going to be buried.
Would it be better if Atreya buried the body? She is an expert.
If we're going out to talk, if you're going to go out and talk to the sweaty bishop about the woodsman, maybe just like take the body out there and like toss it in the hole and go ahead and cover it up, because then Bad Dad won't know that it's been buried.
Except for the fresh grave marking the
But it
spot.
doesn't have to be fake Bad Dad. He doesn't know that. It's a church. People get buried there all the time.
Tillendale is small. We do like maybe one burial a month here.
But he's not from here. He doesn't know that.
But what if he guessed?
Then he's gonna have to go through all the work of digging the body back out. Like, that's a lot of effort, and I don't know if he's gonna do all that.
What if we need the body for something? Or is it possible the bishop's just going to bury him when we leave anyways? Is that, I mean,
Bishop's
I'm assuming
like
that's
working on burying him anyway. He's digging the grave to dump him in.
Okay.
Honest, if you bury this body, Nano won't come back and try to steal bones.
Yeah, we got to get Nano away before we bury the body.
If I cast Mending on a freshly like covered up grave, would that make it look like it hadn't happened?
You know, I think it would, The issue is I don't know that it would regrow any grass. Like, it would smooth out the dirt for sure, but it wouldn't fix.
Then it just looks like it's about to be dug up.
Yeah, if you want to do that, I'd be. Wait, what is the? There's like a size limit on mending, isn't there?
Oh shit.
While Thalia is considering this plan of action, Atreya lets out the loudest sneeze of her life.
Oh, it repairs a single break or tear in an
It's also
object, so
no
probably
longer than
no.
1 foot. So you would have to cast it. Well, it does specify no larger than 1 foot, which means that you can't really do it. That makes it seem like you couldn't do it multiple times for a larger tear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Atreya's feather beard flies off, and you guys are outside at this point?
Nope.
Yes.
Atreya stepped out of the room because it's kind of
So this is the equivalent of Nano in like one of those cash grab arcade games where Nano's just grabbing. And I'm cackling. I think this is hysterical.
What color are the feathers? Are they multicolored? Are they all one color?
I specified white for some reason, but that might just be what I imagined in my brain. Let me check.
I thought it did as well.
My brain said rainbow because it just, my heart heard what it wanted to.
Thank goodness they're all in alphabetical order, if I can ever remember the alphabet. It does just say feathers.
I have to sing it every time.
What color was your beard?
It was like you know how a snowy owl is white but with like dark at the end?
Okay.
The feather. That kind of feather. That's what we're going for.
And how many are we going to let Nano grab and collect?
Roll. Yeah, roll.
Make her roll.
D12.
If you guys are ever in one of those money things, pick up money off the floor.
One feather? It just got one.
Sneezes and kind of sneezes out, so most of the feathers shoot over Nano's head and get caught in a breeze outside.
I caught one. I will cherish it forever.
That's one more feather than you had 30 seconds ago.
Feather, to be fair. It did come from your friend who doesn't normally have feathers. This might be a once in a lifetime situation.
Oh my!
Do not use this feather in an object with cursed bones. You don't want to know what Atreya will do to you if you do that.
But can I use the blessed bones?
No.
Discuss that at a later date.
No. So no bones.
Maybe. That sounds like a maybe, Nano.
No.
We'll work on what I'm going to craft with this. It has to be something very special.
What would you guys like to do next?
Thalia needs to go talk to the sweaty bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do it, Atreya.
And she needs to not get distracted while she's doing it.
Why don't you just do it?
No. He's your bishop. He's just my person in charge of my branch. I don't remember what that's called.
Your boss?
Landlord?
Landlord. There we go.
Now that's even worse than boss, though.
Mm.
Live where you work, work where you live. Live where you work, work where you live. Commune, but worse. It's like a commune, but worse. Because it's a church.
Just don't shit where you eat.
It's a cult.
I mean, it might be.
Dad's in the cult, Atreya.
Mm.
So maybe getting lost in So maybe getting left in the woods was better for her because she didn't grow up in a cult.
Okay. Did you guys have anything quick you wanted to do, or would you like to call the session there for the night?
I think anything we would want to do would require healing. Like a rest to heal anyways, in case we run into him still in town.
I was going to say this before Atreya sneezed and the feather incident happened, but I have a rusty hunting trap we could leave near the dead guy.
I also have a rusty hunting trap.
Bury him with a couple of rusty hunting traps. You could tell Bishop Maxwell that you would like him to do that.
As a sign of respect for a hunter. As a sign of respect for a hunter.
Mm-hmm.
He do you ask him to do this, Atreya, or do you have someone else?
No, we make Thalia do it.
We definitely make Thalia do it.
Talia does it while she's getting info about the woodsman.
Yeah.
So
him.
Thalia, your friends send you with 2 rusty hunting traps to go talk to your bishop.
Since when would this go well?
We weren't planning on it going well. We were just
Did anything this evening go well?
Worse than usual.
So the Bishop Maxwell is standing in front of you, shirtless, glistening in the sunlight. He is shoveling away, and when he sees you come towards him, he sticks the shovel in his pile of dirt, and he was probably like knee deep in the hole at this point. He hasn't gotten super deep yet, and he clambers out and makes the sign of the horn at you and says, "Bless you, sapling. What are these?"
A sign of respect for the dead. A sign of respect for the dead.
For the dead hunter.
Does Atreya want me to bury these with her friend? Is this what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
It's unusual, but it's not that any extra work, so I'm happy to do it. Could you leave them by the body, I suppose, so they're out of my way while I dig this hole?
Okay. Who do you remember which of the woodsmen found the body?
Let's see, who came and told me about it? It was Duskin. Duskin came and told me that he and Asher found it.
And when was that?
Oh, let's see. It was only yesterday. It was pretty early in the day. We had time to go and fetch the body quickly.
Okay, thank you, bye. Tries to get out of there as quickly as possible and only continues to make an ass out of herself.
I'm rather surprised that Thalia hasn't insisted that he put a shirt on.
I'm not a prude.
So you have the names.
Just unimpressed with your horniness.
You have the names of the elves for next time. You have a couple of other things that you can do next time. Did you guys want to take a short rest before we head out?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes,
for
please.
short rests, if you're a spell person, sometimes you have spelly things that you can do. If you are any type of person, you can roll hit dice. And your hit dice should be marked on your player sheet so you can see how many you can roll, and that will be how many hit points you can regain. So Börghildr just got 13 points.
Where is that at on here?
Aniira just managed to roll 0.
Where's? Oh, I see it.
How do
Sorry.
where I don't see it?
It's below your hit point maximum. Above your weapons.
You
Aha.
can roll
I just hit
multiple.
dice.
Your your fourth level, so you can roll up to 4 if you want to regain your hit points.
I'm back to full health with that.
Same.
How does regaining spell slots work?
As a sorcerer, what do you get? I've never played a sorcerer. Let me check. It usually says if you can. You have sorcery points, but that's different. I'm not seeing that sorcerers can regain at 20th level you regain sorcery points, but we're not at 20th level. So it doesn't seem like you get your spells back.
Like I can.
Some people do. Not all classes, though.
Okay. That's fine. I only used one, so NBD.
Are you on the page as cleric?
Cleric? I don't think so. I think it was a wizard or maybe a warlock thing. But, preparing and casting spells. Nope, you can just change your spell list on a long rest. Verna. What oh. Verna, take a look at Song of Rest.
Oh, hold on.
This would be a very key bard feature.
Do you have a page number?
Beginning of the book. I want to say it was.
I can look it up otherwise if you don't.
54.
Real quick, while she's looking that up, I set up a bot to auto post our Covens and Dragons YouTube videos to the announcements channel in the Discord. Is everybody okay with that? Okay. Yeah, so it'll just automatically do that whenever you post something, Colette.
I am definitely using Song of Rest. I'll tell you what song here in just a moment. One or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6.
And you tell everyone.
Oh, got it.
I think it is.
Let me find my song. Hold, please.
Verna's giving you all a Song of Rest, so you'll get a little bit of extra HP.
Bad Blood is the song that I play by Taylor Swift.
That should be like, which bad blood? There's like 6.
His dice gets an extra 2 points of HP. Okie dokie. And with that, we will wrap our session up to pick this up again next week. So thank you for watching.
I thought we were off next week.
No, we're off.
I thought we were off next week.
It's the week after next.
Mm-hmm.
It's the week after next. Mm-hmm. It's only the 5th.
So thank you for watching this episode of Covens and Dragons. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and join us every Wednesday/Thursday, depending upon when I get our episodes posted after playing Wednesday night. Bye for now.
And maybe also therapist if you liked this content.
Yeah, probably therapy.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Question your relationship with your parents.
Maybe question your relationship with your parents while in
Maybe
therapy.
we could get sponsored by that online therapy
No, they're
service
really
that TikTok keeps
sketchy.
advertising.
Yeah, they're supposed to be really
BetterHelp?
sketchy.
Yeah, they're super sketch.
You're super sketch, but we'll take
Yes,
money.
we will take your money if you want to give it to us. And with that, I'll end the recording.